All right, so today we are going to tackle Rakdos Prison. A few people have asked about this. What is your updated and latest version of Red Black? I've talked about Red White. We obviously play a lot of red. Pons is in the green, and we don't really talk about blue because that's Blue Moon, along with Murktide and other variations of red and blue. Now, we purged the lists from our modern Magic the Gathering online section here, and I had to go digging to find the old ones, and I had them on a backup because we've updated the computer, and it took a little bit to find, but we brought them in, and you can kind of tell they're from a little while ago. There's a few cards in here that don't belong anymore. So although the list is very cool, we have 3 versions of this to briefly look at. We need to update this. Now, one thing that's really cool when you look at an old list or you pull your list out and you haven't played it in a while, and you take a look at those 75 or whatever cards consist of the list, you got to go, why did I make these decisions? So you're actually going to see Leyline of the Void in here. This is probably Dredge. We were seeing quite a bit of Dredge back then. So this was our Help Dredge. We obviously have Simian Spirit Guide here. That's not playable anymore. We were still playing Lattice, so that gives you an idea of how far back this goes. We had Karn. We were even toying with a little bit of Master of Cruelties here. Plenty of Rabble Masters, so we were being aggressive. Burn or some other lower to the ground list was all around. Collective Brutality gave us the ability to get things out of hand from like Neoform, but also gave us the ability to gain some life. So this is kind of a cool thing as well. So this is one of the builds that we had. If I flip over to this one, very similar. We still had Simian Spirit Guide, a little bit of addition of a Braid here. We've probably seen some artifacts because we have an extra K command in here as well. Damnations, bigger Chandra shows up, more Maguses and stuff in the sideboard. Plus 3 Blood Moons. So Blood Moon was important. Obviously, something was going on with artifacts. I can't remember exactly what was maybe going on. Obviously, something wide, or it could have been Thopter. It could have been like Lantern was doing something. I don't think it was Hollow One because we would bump up the Abrades to 4. But another look at it, pretty similar things. One thing that I liked about the Rakdos Prison is that we got to drop completely off of the whole the ritual package. This gave us more substance of the list, gave us more things to do. Yeah, we still played the Simian Spirit Guide. Yes, it's not the best 2/2, but it was at minimum a 2/2. It did give us our ramp and gave us our quick chalices. You'll notice Gemstone wasn't in here either. So, last version to look at just briefly, because this one started to get close. It was last October that we ended up featuring this close to Halloween, and we were kind of prepping things. You'll notice there's actually too many cards in here, and that's fine. We were probably playing with the idea before building out. So one thing that struck me interesting, and we're going to go ahead and grab this list to build off of an update for Modern Horizons 2, was this list lacked Chalice, which I think is something I would like to explore. It had bridges, it had plenty of removal. We had moved away from Dreadbore because Planeswalkers were not as prevalent. I think that's still a trend right now, even though they did show up for a little while. We've got a lot of sideboard options here. We were playing with the idea of Magnetic Channeler to give us that card selection, get us through the turns, etc., etc. So what I want to do here for the first probably about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15, is go through this list. Let's bring it up to Modern Horizons 2 standards. It shouldn't take long. It's going to look very similar. And then let's run it in a league. Sight untested, basically. What are we going to do to this list to bring it up to 2021 standards? Adding some of those Modern Horizons 2 cards. So dark, we'll just call it Rakdos Prison, and I'm going to give it the MH2 here. And let's start adjusting. So common cards that you're seeing in Prison right now, We've got Fury is making a big time splash. So let me grab 4 of those. Those are pretty popular right now. We have the Chandra Awakened and the Heart of Fire. We haven't seen those played much. We're probably going to be cutting those. So let's go ahead. Let's do this. I need a little more real estate. We have a lot of sideboard cards here. We'll get to those in a sec. So Chandra, this. Let's move it off to the side. Let's do it like this. Cool. We'll move Fury here. Okay. So we have a few ways to approach this. I'm not going to include Monkey because we're Prison. I'm going to try to build without Monkey. So there's 2 things we're going to try to build without here. I think the benefit of being red-black is you have the ability of removal, hand disruption, and you can get there at the end with Planeswalkers. With those ideas in mind, I'm going to ignore Monkey because that's more aggressive. I may even ignore Rabble Master type approaches. I'm going to bring in my Planeswalkers of Liliana and Chandra, and we always had those in here. I think this is a very good dynamic duo. I think it's the Jace and the Teferi of the red and black. We're also, and I think I'm okay with this, not going to play Karn. The reason I'm going to do that is that sideboard-wise, if we need to, I want to transition into more red-black mid-range rather than having a 5-6 slots in our sideboard be artifacts. So we're going to move ourselves into that mid-range because we're going to be more mid-range rather than being more Prison. I don't think I want to bring Monkey into this. We could be wrong, but I think Fury's already leaning us that way. Season Pyromancer, Lightning Bolts, and Kroxa is already pushing us towards a more solid mid-range. So I think I want to try to keep that. 4 Sagas, 4 Heats. Darcy in the sideboard. So if I play Darcy, how am I ever going to really get it up to a 3/3? Got to think about those deck building decisions as we go here. I mean, we could try. I think if we look briefly over to this list, not this list. Where did my other list go? We have the Halloween. Yeah. If I pulled this list up, this isn't one we really showed too much. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe a little bit of fun with Pia Kirnalara and Young Pyromancer. What do we think about that? What do we think about that? That's a little different. And I think this is coming from that Meathook Massacre. What if I made a whole bunch of tokens and played Meathook? Is that a thing I could do in here? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But maybe today is the day to be crazy. Meathook Massacre, by the way, is whenever it enters, creatures get -X/-X until end of turn. Great. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses a life. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, I gain a life. Interesting. It's just interesting because if I made a lot of things and had a board that was wide with bridge and I hit them a few times with Chandra, just Meathook them. I'm not going to attack him through there. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It got me thinking. I'm a fan of Pia and Kieran, but not really leaning towards Young Peasy. All right. X is only non-zero. Yeah, we kill all of our tokens. 3 mana Chandra could work well with that. Yep. See, we're thinking, making tokens. That's one direction we could go. It's definitely one way we could go. Meathook plus Little Chandra is an interesting combination because your tokens are sacrificed, so you hit them for 2 and drain them, right? Let's bring 2 to 3 of these in. Let's just think about it, right? We're brewing. We had some brewing last stream. We enjoyed it. I don't want to just discount that option. This is Chandra Acolyte is what people are referring to. It could be a thing. Maybe we don't do Young Pyro. We have Chandra. We play Meathook on... Honestly, Meathook on 3 could hit a lot of X1s. There are a decent amount of those right now. Yep. Evoke cards are good with Meathook. We could get into Grief. Never said we don't play something like another Elemental here. What if we... So people aren't too thrilled about the idea of Young Pyro. Totally get it. Let's leave it here for a brief moment. But maybe we do some Griefs. Maybe I throw a 2 of Rabble Master in here for Bone Crusher Giant so that when I get to Meathook them for, 3, I hit them for like 12 damage or something. If you missed our Meathook Bitterblossom list, check out our YouTube on Friday. I do like the idea of a K-Command. K-Command should probably be in this list. He's too young and not seasoned. Bloodchief's Thirst is definitely a cut for Unholy Heat. All right. I'm going to bring it up. I disagree with you. Unholy Heat deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Sweet. All right. Delirium. Unholy Heat deals 6 damage instead. There are 4 more card types in your graveyard. Cool. Land, instant sorcery, that's 3. Then you would need a creature. You can get one in there. I don't know. Do we like that over Bloodchief's Thirst? I don't know. I really don't. And if we're going to try Grief, we're going to need more black cards. If we think this is going to work, we can try it. Bomat? I don't think Bomat sits in this list. Let me go get a K-Command. Let me pull 2 Unholy Heats over. I like that I can put K-Command in. It knows, kind of. Because I can't spell Kulgans very well. I have to find it, though. There it is. All right, I'm thinking 2 to 3 Kulgans commands. All right. All right, so if we decide to keep the Grief in or the Furies in or stuff like that, maybe we go that route. Maybe we go that route. Okay. Like Thirst over Heat, especially for how often I see Ren. Submit my 78 card, 23 card sideboard here. All right, let's talk about cutting some things in which direction we want to go here. So we've got kind of a mishmash of things. We're going to go for more of the main board here. So let me kind of slide the sideboard off to the side. What do we want to do? We like the idea of Meathook. It's kind of an interesting play here. Is it going to benefit us in the long run? Is it too much of just whatever? Maybe we need to go more Damnation style. If we do more Damnation style, we can kill more creatures. Maybe then we get rid of the Young Pyromancer idea and we lean heavily on Kroxa. Do we need bridges? Are we going to be removing creatures? Are we going to be just trying to kill? What do we think? By the way, I like this interaction. Maybe we do a little brewing at the beginning of streams, then get into the matches. Then we're invested in the list a little bit more than me just saying, boom, here's the list, let's go. If we're running main deck Terminate, I'm more for Meathook than Damnation. It's fair. It's fair. What's really cool about whenever a creature you control dies is we could play Rabble Master. I was kind of feeling some Rabble Masters. You could put this down on turn 2, and they're just like, whatever. And then you start smacking them with Rabble Master. Ooh, things get interesting. If you escape Kroxa, Unholy seems worse. It's definitely a non-bow. Definitely. I have a random Liliana the Last Hope in here. Is this any good? Maybe I can just drop this. It's cute. I don't know if we have as many Thalias out there. We do have Ragavan and we do have Darcy's that could show up, but I don't know if Liliana is going to really hit too often. What's nice is you could return a card and you can mill, return Grief, redo Grief, pitching something else and get more cards out of their hand. Something you could do. Do we like the idea of playing bridges? Do I want the Chandra Acolytes in here? Let's take one Liliana Last Hope. Let's take one Chandra out. Let's start whittling things down here. Let's update our lightning bolts. We need fancy lightning bolts. This is part of the process. Sometimes you got to decide fanciness. Do we want secret layer fanciness, or do we want these fancies? Are we a prison deck or a token deck? This is a great question. And it's funny, I don't know if it should have taken this long, but that is a question. What are we? Are we prison or are we more token? What are we? Are we just simply more red-black mid-range than anything? Red-black control. There can only be one. How Gadwick was the Wizard of Meathook work. X is 0, then it's in play. So from my understanding, neither should do their thing. I'm not following your question. We can do some secret layer bolts today. I really like this one. It's with a dragon on it. Feels all very red prison like. But we could do this one. This one's popular. It's pretty popular. Meathook with Rabble Master seems good. All right, let me move Damnation out briefly. We're feeling a little bit Rabble Master to be aggressive. I don't mind this idea. Are we keeping Bone Crushers? Is it cutting Young Pyros? Maybe one less Croxa? We're at 75 cards. We can definitely start cutting. You like the classic bolts? We said Blood Chief or Unholy Heat, so we have a decision here to make at some point between these two. So that'll be another 2 cuts. We've become the token deck. I don't know. We haven't confirmed we're keeping Young Pyromancer. We might just do that right there. Now what are we? Do we need the Chandra? Maybe that's too aggressive. If we're doing this, maybe Blood Chiefs are out. Still have 2 Croxas here. One less Meathook. Don't do the griefs. Oh, I just cut everything. What is he doing? Down to 64 cards. It's maybe easier to work on 64 cards, bring some back in, take more out. Good grief, Charlie. Do we want the Furies? What if I did like 3 Furies and like 2 griefs? Okay, I kind of cut 1 but brought 2 back. Blood Chief hits more than Terminate? Yes, but Terminate's going to be a lot easier to kill smaller thing or bigger things. Do we need 4 Chandras? That's a good question. Sometimes we just default to things and we shouldn't. These are the questions we should be asking ourselves. Is our 3 slot too much here? Do I want to Pia Nalar? I kind of want to Pia Nalar. Don't ask me why. Maybe we do that and 1 Chandra out. Maybe 2 Chandra out. Maybe 3 Chandra, 1 Pia, and 2 Furies. How's it going, Thylian? I just did a lot here. Let's play all the one-ofs. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. I'm not big on grief. All right, someone has spoken. What if I do 3 Furies? I'm kind of still feeling these Young Pyromancers. I know you guys aren't, but let's keep this in mind. We can remain still in a prison strategy. And our prison strategy revolves on also not dying too quickly. Let's cut 1K command to the sideboard. By not dying too quickly here, generating tokens through Rabble Master, Young Pyromancer, Seasoned Pyromancer, we're doing ourselves a favor in prolonging the game. Something we could do. Cut 1 bridge, or not so much. I'm good with cutting 1 bridge here. Nope, not Trinisphere. Nope. Go see Reddit. Go see a post in Reddit today. Not adding Trinisphere here. Tegrid? The other side's the Lantern, right? How do we spell Tigrid? Turgrid? Turgrid? Tigrid? Tigrid? Turgrid? We have Blood Moons in the side. Blood Moons will be more of a side plan than anything in this one. No, not Trinisphere. No 3 balls. There they are. So it's got an R in it. So the opposite side of this is definitely very enticing. What's the idea of adding black? Disruption, removal, persistent discard, mid-range, and more removal. The idea being then that you can get them with like flying Thopters, you can get them with just kind of burning them out in Chandras. We could play one of these. It's 5 mana. It's a little hard to cast sometimes. Backside of this is good, although artifacts are a thing that are getting attacked quite a bit. Black usually allows me to cut Chalice because it can be more interactive as well. So those are the things black gives us typically. Never liked the Lantern. I mean, I have a soft spot for the idea of the Lantern. But I'm okay with cutting it for today. Down 1 land, Season Pyro. We're pretty close. We're pretty close to potentially what we want here. World Fire. World Fire. I only have 2 Rabble Masters. Do we want more of those? Maybe those will be sideboard. Let's look at the sideboard a little bit. All right. I don't think we want Magnetic Channeler. That's seen better days. Also, black gives us interesting sideboard options. I think 2 of Braids, 2 Ashioks are looking good. I don't like the idea of Eidolons. We could probably pair 2 Blood Moons here. Maybe a Kalitas. Damnation. Then we add maybe Rabble Master to be a little faster. Not that one because it's the wrong art. And then what are we looking at? At this point, you could go into like Pithing Needle. Seems okay. Maybe 3 Fury is ambitious considering the number of mono black cards. Let's take a look at this really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We could. You found the Reddit comment? Master of Cruelties? How about we put Master of Cruelties as a sideboard option, really get our opponents? The dragon that costs less for colorless lands. That's not a bad idea. I like that for Tron and E-Tron. Obsidian Charma, I think. It's not a bad idea. I don't know if I need Feed the Swarm. Let's hold there. Kalitas, okay. Liliana Last Hope, no. Acolyte, no. Bone Crusher, let's go ahead and ditch that. Don't need an extra Croxa. Cut some of these. Let's bring 1K Command with us too. Let's do this. Let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at. We have 16-ish cards, 64. We're getting close. I might have cut some cards you think should be in there. Remember, sometimes you just got to play and see what happens. Damnation's still 25. Definitely not online. In person, it probably is. In the paper world. There you go. Still expensive. Do we have enough things for Young Pyromancer? Maybe. Still like the idea of it, but maybe it's not. You know, I've held on to this for a little bit now. I mean, at this point, Would it be just better to cut it? I kind of want to try it. I know we're not wild about it. But if I cut it, maybe it's a Dreadbore or something like that. And then Meathook, Massacre. We could probably still try that and one of something else out. Bitterblossom. I am not opposed to putting Bitterblossom in this list. It was a sick combo, wasn't it? Maybe it's better than Young Pyro. Maybe that's just the pressure that we need. It was a pretty sick combo the other day. Maybe we just try to build Meathook and Bitterblossom lists. We probably don't at this point, and that's a good point. Modern Horizons 2 has brought a lot of creature type of spells. What's nice about Fury is it gets around Force of Negation, for example, negates and other things like that, but it doesn't help trigger some of the other cards that have been popular in Modern's past. So although you might have a Young Pyromancer kind of build, it may not make sense. And I want it to work, but Bitterblossom creates the token, staves off some stuff. Now this one hurts us a little bit. Do we want to try to find more things to gain us life? Like Kalitas needs to be more sideboard. We don't have to play Bitterblossom against Burn. It doesn't have to be there, obviously. Now I want to keep the Meathook. And I kind of want the Chandra now, the Chandra Acolyte. Kind of want it. Bitterblossom is a thing of the past. Wait till Friday and go check out the VOD. Anyway. Yeah, Meathook's the idea. I really want this to work. Blossom does make Unholy Heat better. We can always ditch it. You cut a Rabblemaster and one Inquisition. Let's see here. I've got 65. Let me look at this list a little bit more. We could do one of Rabblemaster, one of Chandra. I can bump up to 3 sideboard. I'm okay with one Rabblemaster going here. I don't know if I want to cut an Inquisition. I'd be more apt to cutting one Liliana here. But let's go ahead and let's move it out. Okay, let's keep looking. 3 cards. Can I cut 3 more? Maybe I cut one Chandra here. We do have Pia Kirnalar. We have Fury. We have this Bitterblossom Meathook kind of package going on. I'm not convinced this heat's really gonna do a lot for us. I would rather cut Unholy Heat here, get a Singleton Dreadbore main decked, and then see if we can cut 2 cards here, like one of Chandra, one of maybe Seasoned or Liliana. It's kind of where my head's starting to go here. I put them down here because they're not cut yet. I don't know if Unholy Heat is really where we want to be. I'm not convinced. Could be. I'm happy to keep tallies of when Lightning Bolt doesn't do it or Dreadbore or Terminate doesn't do it. I don't think it's going to be as often as people think. Too much weight on this. Obviously, we have 2 cards and I have a random Acolyte of Flame in here. And people are like, cut that thing. But Acolyte of Flame's kind of nice to rebuy Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Terminator, Dreadbore. That's kind of the idea. Liliana could be an Edict. Let's keep that in mind. But I'm cool to cut 1 Lily. That means I have to cut 1 more card, and I think that's pretty good. We're going all the way up to typically 4, occasionally 5 here. And with what kind of land base we have, I think that should be fine. Since we have a lot of removal, Singleton Bridge could be it, and that could be our 60. That could be our 60 if we take Liliana Unholy Heat, Inquisition out. We have 16. We're kind of close. Cut one a break because I have 2 K commands, and that would be 15. List could look like this. Could look like this. We are at a point where we have something here. Master needs to go. Find a new pet card. We could probably put an extra Feed the Swarm. We don't have really a way to get rid of enchantments, and that's why the Feed the Swarm's here. I don't mind putting another Feed the Swarm in here instead of Master of Cruelties, but we can say goodbye to Master and appreciate what Master's done for us. I think we cut a Blossom and a Fury for 2 Blood Chief's Thirst. 2 Blood Chief's Thirst. Good. I mean, I think you've got 3 Furies, you got Lightning Bolts to kill Planeswalkers, or you have the Terminates and Dreadbores. I don't think we need Blood Chiefs. If anything, I want one more discard in here, but I would be okay with what we have. I'm going to go start getting the cards from Mana Traders. Kind of a brew time. We're kind of finishing up here. Grab that card. Apparently I need another Terminate. I don't own Bitterblossom, but it is one of my favorite arts, especially some of the newer arts. The Meathook is back in town. Just making sure. Feed the Swarm. I never picked up online. Obsidian Charmaw. Kalitas. Ashiok. What do we think? We gotta eventually have to just go for it. Could be an 05 list, or it could be a gem of a 5-0. So control exists in all colors, but without blue, it's called prison. Kind of. It may not be so prison-y like. We might have adjusted out of prison a little bit. At the same time, though, if you have bridge here and you're making them uptick and they have no creatures, it's a little bit of a form of a prison. It's a light prison. We'll call it Rakdos midrange, featuring a very light prison. We got the Blood Moon in here. We have the bridge, and we're opting for 1-drops instead of Chalice. Very light. 5-0 guaranteed. 5-0 incoming. Oh my gosh, you people. All right, let's rent these cards. And while those rent, let me export this. See if I can make a little deck list command. You think we can do that? I don't think I'm going to be fast enough, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I have to log in too. There's no way I'm going to beat Mana Traders here. All right, Modern Rakdos Light Prison. We'll do it this way. Light Prison, MH2, modern format. We got a raid or something. Let's go. Jackie showing up. It's one of our DGen streamers. We're in the middle of grabbing cards here, so give me just 1 second. We'll get you your shout out. Grab this, my decks, confirm this, Rakdos, make a bit.ly link. What are we calling it? Rakdos Light Prison. Fluffy Rakdos Light Prison, MH2. Copy that, throw it in Nightbot. Accept the cards, update. Man, we're doing it all. Paste. Save. Shout out. Let's go, Jackie B. Oh. It logged me out. Oh. It logged me out. All right. Pop out chat. One moment. I'm bringing up chat again. Let's do it here. Shout out. Where's Jackie's name? Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. I can't grab the name. How's it going? It's going good. There we go. I think I got it right. Let's move this over. It logged me out. I was in the groove. All right. I think Nightbot's good here. I think we're good. Let's see here. Let's catch up. Sounds comfy. The raid come in. Jackie's got great raids. White collar prison. Rakdos mini security prison. There you go. Detention center. Rakdos detention center. Those are some funny names. All right, let's get things kicked off here then. We don't have to talk about this too much here, but this is Rakdos mini prison security control center here. It's basically a red-black mid-range style list. We're going to experiment with Meathook, Massacre, and Bitterblossom in a shell that ends up interacting with our opponents with discard, removal, big things, and persistent problematic creatures for our opponent. We do have a bridge in here. That's one way to slow things down because we will have the tiny tokens. Sideboard's a plethora of random things, and we're not really sure if it's going to work or not, but that is the beauty of brewing a list here. With that, and since we are now about 30 or so minutes into brewing and almost an hour into the stream, let's begin. Let's get it going. Apparently I'm using tickets here. Let's go. And Jackie, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? I was good until my chat goofed up. Then I was like panicking. I hope it went well. Burning tickets, exactly. That's what we do on this stream. No Ragavan. Nope, we're not touching Ragavan. Look at this. Make this a little bigger. There we go. Jackie's finding food. All right, Jackie. Oh yeah, they said let's go. Let's go. All right. Oh, The Last of Us. We were watching a little bit of Jackie's Last of Us. That was kind of spooky game. It was kind of spooky game. Oh, that's where I put that. Everything's in the way. Like, I'm going to show you this just real briefly. That's what Twitch did to me. It logged me out. All right, Luris opponent. Interaction, technically interaction. Let's do it. This is what we were kind of hoping for. Because we're splashing black now, we've got some great removal pieces here. We'll see what kind of Luris build they are. I'm hoping it's not mill. It's one thing we didn't prepare for. Bobble's fine. Bobble's fine. You can do Bobble. Do Bobble all day. Is Two Man going to visit us this Halloween? Hasn't paid rent. Doesn't live here anymore. Who knows? Sometimes he hacks in, though. Stream motto at this point. No monkey, no problem. No monkey, no problem. Watery Grave's scary here. Inquisitions. Watery Grave's a little bit scary. It could still be mill. Probably Grixis Death Shadow, though, because we see a bobble here. So realizing what we're against is important. We have lots of removal, and they're definitely reading this card. We have achieved everything we wanted this league. Opponents like... Well, yeah. We're doing that. We're doing that. All right, my opponent takes Bolt here. That's fine. Got a Seasoned Pyromancer, meaning we need double red. We do need to consider that we need double red and double black typically on turn 3. So being aware of that shouldn't be a problem here. Thoughtseized gets to take something. Maybe Seasoned Pyromancer. You like Two Man's voice? Two Man's a weird little Two Man, that's for sure. All right, so my opponent's basically stripped us of everything so that they can safely put a Ragavan down. I unfortunately do not have a way to interact with Ragavan this turn. Next turn I do, though. So we'll just F6 through this turn. They get to hit us. They get something probably really cool off the top. A Blood Crypt. Nice. Expressive iteration here. I can use K-Command to kill this and get rid of a token if they don't drop a land here. They're too scared to take the hook. They have no idea what's coming for them. I could hook them right now. Maybe I just hook them right now. They'll be like, you're strange, Fluffy. I know. Pretty strange. Why is this even the list? I don't know. Mishra's Bauble is revealed. Renamed to Captain Hook. I mean, isn't that Master of Cruelties just in the background? Just saying. Mishra's Bauble's used here. Opponent does find a land. So we have 4 lands here. Well, treasure token. We like Seasoned Pyromancer, by the way. All right. So what do I think? Their food is spicy. I'm definitely playing something here. The question is, am I playing K-Command, maybe make them discard? Am I doing Seasoned Pyromancer to dig further? It's probably got to kill Monkey plus something. What would I rather have countered here? Probably Meathook at this point. At the same time, with a bunch of Seasoned Pyromancers to follow here, Meathook would be kind of hilarious, as it would make my opponent's life total very fragile, especially if they start throwing things in and Seasoned Pyromancer tokens are chump blocking. Maybe I want to keep Meathook and try a K-Command here, kill Ragavan, and make him discard. I don't think I need to get rid of that treasure token. Let's do this at sorcery speed as well. See if they have got a counter. Well, they're doing something. Got blue, drown the lock. Drowns in the lock. All right, anything would have been countered anyway. One thing that keeps throwing you off on the hook art is the forefront hook with the hand kind of looks like monkey when you look at it from a distance. Ooh, Spreading Seas here. Locks up a Blood Crypt for us. It's not ideal. I fetched a basic not thinking of Spreading Seas locking us out here. Inquisition can take Meathook now. Oh, no. Red Source. All right, well. We Meathook them anyway. Do you have another counter opponent? Goodbye, Ragavan. Let's enter top deck mode, shall we? If they fail the top deck, they've got a pretty good one right here. A monkey, not the monkey? Which monkey, then? So you're not saying this monkey. All right, Luris to hand, play Luris, play Bauble. I have a lot of removal for this Luris. K commands to bring back Monkey and make me discard. You got it. Couldn't play that anyway. Dashes in Monkey. You got it. Hits us for 2. Gonna bounce Monkey back and get some sort of thing here with the double treasure tokens. Whew, Liliana would have been nice. Liliana would have been nice and playable. All right, what do we draw? Nice. All right. We get our red source. We're obviously going to do this. We'll do it so I have black open in case I get like an Inquisition or Thoughtseize here. Nope, but those are good cards. Let's go. Those are good cards. Too bad we didn't have Snowlands. I don't need no Snowlands. All right. We're on to something here. My opponent's at 11. They have a monkey in hand. 2 unknowns and a Lurrus in the companion zone. Dashing in the snow. Lurrus is now in hand. So luckily I can kill the Lurrus. They'll get 1 use out of it, it looks like. They're making white mana here, Esper colors. Okay. I don't think they have a 1-drop in here. Yeah, they're just going to get a bobble here. A little bobble activation. You got it. You got it. You know what's really cool is we could K-command and pick back up the Seasoned Pyromancer. That'd be pretty good. That would be pretty good here. All right, opponent draws. We top deck a... Top deck a Liliana. Well, probably need to just kill Lurrus. Kill, pick up Seasoned Pyromancer seems like a good way to go about this. I can make them discard. Discarding gives them kind of the selection. And they just picked up a card. I don't know if we need to pick up the Seasoned Pyromancer. All right, let's discard and 2 damage to Lurrus. My opponent could have another Ragavan here. Let's just see what they do. Terminate. And I gain a life. And I gain a life. Look at that. No one ever saw the third ability of K-Command gain 1 life. No one ever saw that. That's really actually good in matches like this. Like remove something, gain 1, 2, maybe 3 life over the course of the game. That's like a big deal. And my opponent doesn't do anything here. Thoughtseize, Inquisition, let's go. Oh. Now what do we do? My opponent has a Drown the Lock again. I think I do a Liliana here. I could also do Dreadbore and Bitterblossom here. Do I care about Ragavan? Meh. Let's try Liliana. I think they have a Drown the Lock. This is going to just down tick here, and I'm just throwing this away to get rid of the Drown the Lock. Ta-da! Pass turn. Now, I want this to resolve. This is our winning ticket in this game. K-Command here, it looks like. Picking up Lurrus. You got it. You take 1. All right, so I gotta kill Lurrus again. This is always fun. We can do that. We can do that. There's Lurrus. Again. Bobble. So it's 3 mana redraw. Goodbye, Bobble. Top of the library. Blood Crypt does not shock it in. Okay, okay. That's good for us. They won't have Drown the Lock open for a turn. I have 3 Meathooks, I think, don't I? All right, Lightning Bolt's a cool one here. I'm going to go ahead and Dreadbore Lurrus If they have the counter, I can follow with Lightning Bolt. If they don't, getting a Bitterblossom going. That's right. Magic 2021. Are we ready, opponent? Can you handle the mass of tokens? Spreading Seas to get rid of a Blood Crypt here. My opponent is attacking our land base pretty nicely with these Spreading Seas. They're just redraws. Land drop. By the way, my opponent has a lot more lands than me. Every token's guaranteed 1 damage? Pretty much. And we have a Bolt. Oh, and we're doing Season Fire. Oh, yes. Look at this. Man, I kind of hate that I have this, but we're going to do this. We're going to pass the turn. I'm going to leave myself with 2 tokens here, just in case. I'm feeling really good about where we're at, though. Oh, Snapcaster, K-Command. Hold on, K-Command. I guess I should have held the Swamp there so I had another discard. Like, I don't feel bad where we're at, though. I think I can beat a Luris here. You're gonna make me discard, aren't you? Aren't you? We'll throw that upstairs. Pass turn. No reason really to kill Ragavan or Snapcaster. Luris can get it back. So this will be the 3rd Luris that we're having to deal with. Fairy Hook. I kind of like what's going on. All right. I won't say I have them in the air because I definitely don't. Block here. We're going to drain and gain. Drain and gain. They're at 6. Watergrave tapped. We're gonna just rebuy. They don't rebuy Ragavan. They decide a draw is better. They get to see the top of our library as well. It's rough. Piakir and Alar would almost certainly be enough. We're going to go ahead and keep both fairies back this turn so that if they wanted to attack with Luris, I can double block to kill it. Imagine if we weren't spreading seized here. And imagine no spreading seas and getting to land a Piakir and Alar on this board state. Woo! I have no idea what that card is. Seasoned Pyromancer is double red from the graveyard. Okay, we're getting frisky here. I'm gonna double block. Why not? I'll test this. Removal. Yep. It's gonna be a K command again. This is the 3rd or 4th K command I've had to get through now. Meathook would be a fine draw. Red Source would be fine. So my opponent's still at 7. It's not that bad. K command would be fine here. Fury would not. Chandra would be okay. Not. Terminate's fine. All right. We're just going to immediately terminate here. I don't know if my opponent has a counterspell or not. Let's get rid of the Luris, though. We gain a life, offsetting Bitterblossom, and we have 2 Snapcasters that I can block. We're looking okay. Not great. Not fantastic, but okay. Please stop going and getting Luris. Thank you. Thank you. Attacks for 2. I love it. I love it. We basically take 1 here, and drain. Oh. Unholy Heats. My opponent goes to 5. I'm going to 7, then 6. Give me a red land. Ooh, Bolt. Bolt. This game's close. Another Meathook would be nice. Oh, the reach. The fairy. It's all coming together. Obviously, I'm going to try to block here. Oh. They're like, do I do it? Do I not? Oh, it's the best feeling when your opponent doesn't know what to do. All right, we're going to take the damage. All right, that could get me another mountain here. Now I think I can successfully swing and pass turn. Whoa, this game's close. I like this. This game's so close. I can bolt them now, and if they kill my creature, I would win. If I need the life, I can bolt their dude. I've got options here. And we do have access to Spyro tokens, which they've got to be worried about a little bit. Expressive into expressive, all right. They're digging. I'm more amazed we're still in this game. I'm more amazed we're in this game. And it's probably because of this card. Whoa, Ragavan showing up. Hold on, opponent. You can't just do plays Ragavan. Just casual play here. Here we go. Oh, attack me. Attack me. Attack. They don't attack. They have only 1 red up. Do I not just go get Season Pyromancer tokens and then swing? Can I die here if I fetch for red? Only 1 red. I think I'm safe. Oh, Bitterblossom might do it. But we can, in response, we got this. We got this. We can, in response, bolt like them or something like that. Or bolt our creature. Or wherever I need to bolt here. All right, Bitterblossom trigger. I'm at 3. Okay. Combat. Swing. Lethal. Yeah, I bolt wherever I need to gain life. And then this is lethal. There's a combination of cards that I would lose to here. I'm feeling relatively safe, though. Look at how bad removal is. Who's saying this isn't 2021 play? Go get your Bitterblossoms and Meathooks. There's something. There is something here. This is so much harder to kill than a Zulaport Cutthroat or Blood. We just won. That's it. Stream's over. Have a good one. Death of a 1,000 nicks. All right. Well, Blood Moon probably is decent against them. We can entertain the idea here. K-Command is maybe not. We'll see. Damnation and Kalitas basically is what I'm looking at here. That was too fun. So yeah, we only have the 2. I didn't put the 3rd Meathook in. So yeah. Good evening. How's it going? Needs a 3rd Meathook. It's like this weird balance. Really, we shouldn't have probably this in here. So that's cut number 1. Do we need the bridge? I mean, imagine if we got a bridge. We didn't see Death Shadow. I'm going to take bridges out and replace them with Blood Moons because I think Blood Moon's going to be a little more impactful. I think Kalitas can come in here. I definitely like Damnation and K-Command. I am a little afraid to bring Damnation in, even though I brought in the double black. Just because those Spreading Seas were really annoying. They don't play Shadow? That seems like a misplay. I like our token strategy. I actually don't like Croxa so much. This might be really hard to cast. Reminder Ashiok. Kind of like these two coming in. Extra Cake Command removal, extra Damnation that kind of goes with the Furies. Blood Moon, we got to just be a little careful in how we fetch. And Kalidas here. It's the Control Shell. Okay. All right. I kind of like this. Part of me kind of wants to do Rabble Master over like a Thoughtseize here too, but I could be wrong. Is Dreadbore worth it? You know what? Let's get rid of that. Let's put a Rabble Master in here. Why? Because we're learning, trying things, and we don't know if it's correct or not. Neither does our opponent, nor do you. No one knows. We just did it. I can't believe Meathook worked. You know what? We're changing the title. Rakdos Meathook Prison. There we go. People gonna come check out the Meathook. Pivot aggro? We could have pivoted a little bit more. You just keep it, right? Peak and Alarm is kind of cute here. Meathook's could be slow. Dismembers for Meathook. Flavor fail. Oh. I don't know. This seems like a reasonable keep. I'm feeling this. I'll probably lead with Marsh Flats, fetch basic Swamp. Hope my opponent's just not a million Spreading Seas. My opponent mulled by 1 as well. That's beneficial for us. Black here hooks us with an Inquisition. Watch them take Meathook this time. They took it. They took the Meathook. They'll wait on the Bobble here because I have double Thoughtseize. Oh, they have no idea. They have no idea, chat. They're gonna die. All right, Thoughtseize something away here. I'll get a different card later. Well, I'm taking Snapcaster. Island and Steam Vents for our opponent. Ready to play against Blood Moon. I don't know if I burn this immediately or not. I think I just do. Like Blood Crypt tap, Thoughtseize. Oh, well, that wasn't in your hand. They have a random card in their hand. Do I go for it now or do I wait 1 turn? It's definitely a tap land here. Do I Thoughtseize or wait? Yeah, they definitely drew the mountain. So I have a 1 card to hit. I'm going to pass. They know the Thoughtseize is here. I'm just going to give them the chance. Hit it. I think we're okay for a turn. There's the island. No lures to hand. This is where I'll check the hand here. Gotta be that one. Take a check. How's that hand looking? What do you got? Dress down. They draw a card. We're gonna get whatever this card is. Lightning Bolt Snapcaster. Man, what if they took the turn and Snapcaster Inquisitioned me? I just take the Snapcaster, right? The 2, 2, 3, 4, those are looking pretty hefty. Opponent doesn't have double black, so Luris is not a threat at the moment. I gotta give him the bolt. The bolt really doesn't scare me. This is coming down next. Too bad we didn't have Graveyard Hate. I don't think we need Graveyard Hate. All right, they have some random card coming here. It's just a matter of which one we like the most. We're going to put Luris to hand here too. So we have a clear, can cast anything. I kind of like doing Kalitas here only because Pia Alara and Fury could get rid of Luris. Steam Fences plays, Season Pyromancer. I mean, I think it's just Kalitas here. We can Fury, Season Pyromancer, we can Fury, Pia Alara, or we can just start bashing my opponent's face in and winning this game. The Fury has an effect, does 4 damage to things. Again, they don't have double black. We know they got the Lightning Bolt. Maybe they pick this off. That's fine. Then we'll slap them with Fury. Ooh, all right. So they're going to put 2 cards into Kalitas here. So what is the follow-up? Probably Fury or Pia Alara. So Season Pyromancer, get out of here. And here comes the Bolt. Nice. Draw for the turn. We had a K command. It would actually be really, really hilarious right now to fire off the K command to pick Kalitas back up. It would be hilarious. I can't. There's 2 cards in their hand. They have 1 other card. We could attempt to kill it if it's played, but they don't have black here. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with a Pia Alara here. If my opponent gets the black source and I'm tapped out, they're gonna be like, yeah, jam Luris. If they don't, we got the pressure on, we have the K command for later. If they have a Thoughtseize here, fine. They take the K command, whatever. I'm hitting them for 4, and we're gonna start racing. Once I untap here, Pia Alara is a way to kill Luris. All right, opponent found the black mana. So what are you gonna do? Just bobble with Luris? You do that. Yeah, it's a bobble at most, it looks like. Whoa, 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 what is this? Oh, oh, oh. Picks up a Snapcaster. I see. I see. Okay. That was different. So we have a Snapcaster and a Luris in hand. Yep, that's a Lily. That'd be a Lily. All right, let's attack. If I Lily discard, they can basically get the Snapcaster back. Not that it does a whole lot. They probably Luris and all. If I discard, I'm discarding what, Fury, because K command's just that much better. Lily's probably the right play here. Just get rid of the Fury. K command's pretty strong here. If they keep like Snap Inquisition, then we got rid of Luris. Lily's done it. Lily did it. I mean, if we don't get back this Season Pyromancer like you're suggesting, then we can do other things. So Snapcaster, K command here. Shoot us, pick up Luris. Okay, then I cry a little bit. Why didn't they fetch on our turn? Gotta ask them that. Well, discard? Oh, well now you gotta pop that bobble now. Okay. What am I drawing? K command, Inquisition, Thoughts. I don't have any more Thought Seizes. Bolt really isn't too bad either. Five damage upstairs right now. Use Liliana, kill Snapcaster. If they get a land here, they can Luris, Snapcaster back, and get Lightning Bolt. It's probably sack hold. Sack hold, attack, hold the bolt. If they try to get rid of the bolt, then we're good. Probably don't need to be aggressive with this. Even though it would put them to 7. I need that land, so Seasoned Pyromancer's online. I'm feeling good here. We're in game 2 here. We're up a game. Opponent's got 6 minutes on the clock. 10 to 13. Pretty even matchup so far. We have answers. We have an active Liliana. Darkslick Shores. All right. Just going to pass the turn, pick up whatever card I got here. Woo! Marsh Flats. Okay. Hit for 2. I almost feel like this is kind of a similar turn, except I actually play the Marsh Flats to get the more tokens. Let's get more tokens. They kill Liliana, that's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Got an answer for Luris. That's what I want to do. There's Luris. Got it. Snapcasters. You got it. Bolt. Bolt Lily. I shoot this. No Seasoned Pyromancer tokens this turn. That's okay, though. Fetch here. Imagine if we were to draw, like, Meathook or something. Imagine Meathook. We're going to hold this in case they have more discard in the future. Swing 2 past turn. Opponent's at 6. 6 with 2 more tokens coming. It's Token Prison. What are we playing again as? Expressive. Yeah, this list can grind, that's for sure. I just want to top deck this card. just want to top deck this next. It's lethal if we do. Attack with 2 Thopters in the air, slap down Meathook, win game. Not a bad thing. Hey, there's that K command again. Oh, snap. Well, that puts a pause on this. I'm gonna wait. We can attack with just Thopters. This is fine. That's an interesting card. All right, so they do blow this up. We have Luris coming down next turn to rebuy Engineered Explosives. I'm gonna play a Bitterblossom past turn. Oh, I'm not playing a Bitterblossom. They got the Drown the Lock too. All right. Well, I get a Bolt. I can hit a Fury. Fury would kind of clean this up nicely. In for 2. Okay. Top deck. She's not bad. Let's play a land here. Play a Chandra. Got a counterspell opponent. Snappy. Drown the Lock. Yeah, clock's definitely going to be a thing here. Double Drown the Lock. My opponent's got a K command in hand. I'm going down to 4 here. I'm going to risk going to 3. Okay, we'll pass turn here. See some Pyromancer tokens to block. Looks like we're going to do... Oh, I was going to say Luris things, but apparently my opponent's got double engineered explosives. Let's see if we can get to where we need to. Wow, all the engineered explosives. All right. That's a lot of them. Okay. Well, what do we want to do about that? I could Pithy Needle it. My opponent's got plenty of K commands. I don't think we want to be doing Ashiok still. We might just be bringing in Croxa, Rabblemaster, and like a Braid here. Going down our one Bitterblossom, maybe a Meathook, maybe a K command or something. Like try to be really aggressive. Master out. I don't have a Master. There's no card that's named Master in here. I'm thinking something like this. Maybe try to find a spot for the Abrade as something a little quicker. All right, I'm gonna leave myself with one Meathook. I think it could be important. My opponent has the EE, and if I have a Meathook in play, things get really strange for them. So we're gonna give it a shot. All right, let's get things rolling here. All right, couple EEs and a dress down, along with a Ragavan here. Okay, let's play some Magic, opponent. Scalding Tarn, no follow-up here. Marsh Flats, go. It's a wall of text, bombardments and stuff like that. There's a Bobble, that's a new draw. Polluted Delta here. What else are we doing? This is... Opponent's doing all kinds of stuff. We're not going to worry about a Blood Moon. All right, let's get things going. Rabblemaster. There's a dress down in response. This means my Rabblemaster does nothing for a turn. Clever, right? What's up, Astral? How's it going? All right, 3 colors. They could EE. My opponent decides to attack me here. I almost want to block. Like block just Inquisition here. Rabblemaster could win the game. I don't think it's going to, though. Never mind. I apologize, Rabblemaster. You will win the game. I apologize. Do not doubt the Rabblemaster, the king himself. All right, fetching, shocking, doing the things. What are we doing? Engineered on 3 here, it looks like. This gives me the clear for like Pia Kirnalar or Chandra. Bobble draw here. Double Inquisition could be kind of fun too. These have been played. I mean, this is the turn. I could Season Pyromancer. Let's Season Pyromancer. Get rid of let's get rid of Pia Kirin. Nah, let's do Inquisition Chandra. Fetch the basic here. Take a peek at what's going on. We have a Drown Expressive iteration here. Cling to Dust. I don't really care about that. Just take the EE. I have a lot of tokens. Swing! This turn pretty much has to be killing Rabble Master or they're dead. Pyro into EE. You bet. You bet. They have a Drown Lock. Blow up both of these. Kill 1 token. I'm swinging 4 still. Pia Kirin to follow. Expressive. Reveals a polluted delta. Okay. Fetching. Island. Ragavan. It's a lot of K commands. Combat. Making a token. End of the game. Even if they don't, they crack this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I shoot this, make them maybe discard or just pick Rabble Master back up. At that point, they pretty much have to drown the lock again. And if they have to drown the lock here, I'm just probably killing them 2 turns with the sets of tokens. Maybe I even pick up Season Pyromancer. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing 2 damage upstairs. That worked well. 2-1. 1-0 overall. Meathook in Modern. We grinded it, and we got it. We got it. I'm stoked. It did the thing. It was grindy. It kept going. It had value over value over value. The Bitterblossom was not a problem. I like this stuff. Oh. Everyone else, this Midnight Hunt doesn't have anything more modern. Fluffy? Oh, let's play with this ridiculous card. That is what is happening, and I think that is why sometimes you just have to give it a shot. We might go 1-4 here, but we're having fun doing it. Imposter Batman is our opponent. Thankfully, they're not the real Batman. We would be dead. You see 2 Meathooks? 2 Meathooks. They are in the list. 2 Meathooks. Opponent chooses to play. What's up, Luris? I'm going to keep. I've got some discard. Hopefully they don't immediately Ragavan me. Green mana. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Avatar says Weird Al. It kind of does look like Weird Al, doesn't it? Kind of. All right, let's start with an Inquisition here, see what's going on. All right, we have a Hangerback, we have an Arcbound Worker, we have more Wasp. I'm going to take the Hangerback here. We have a real chance to actually just end my opponent here. Land, play both, pass turn. Do it. Ink Moth down, making 2 mana. Redrew Hanger back. See how it is. All right. So we have Arcbound and another Glimmer Wasp here. I'm probably okay to clear these. My opponent will have one more, and then I can Thoughtseize away, whichever one I think is scarier. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize first. I know I'm not getting the Luris here, but I don't think I want the Luris. I think I want one of these. I think I've just taken the Wasp here. And then tap, land. And am I wanting to draw next turn? I probably want to draw more removal. So let's go ahead and Fury, get rid of Chandra. Just waste away my opponent's stuff. I want some of the instant speed to probably get rid of Ink Moth. Here, we'll do 2 and 2. Share the love. If they do this correct, they get a 2-2. No, wait, this has to target. Never mind. They don't get a 2-2. What am I talking about? I'm a silly fluffy. Life gain on the hook. Grafting. Okay, we have been grafted. Tax for 1. I was gonna say, Meathook's looking pretty good here. They have a Spire in hand, that's it. I'm gonna probably shock in and get some new cards. That's what it looks like we're doing. Another Fury, I might just wipe the board here. All right, let's dig up some new cards. Let's dig up some new cards here. Let's just find Meathook, right? All right, Chandra's fine. She's okay. Another Ink Moth, so it's not the Spire. Opponent attacks. Do I block this? Then they boot up Ink Moth. Put a token, the tokens on it. Can I beat that? I've got some instant speed removal. Let's do it. I have bolts. I have terminates. We'll be fine. They boot up the wrong Ink Moth here anyway. They should boot up this one. They can't put Luris to hand. Small mistake on my opponent's part, but that's okay. All right. Little 3-3 and a 1-1. Like I said, we can beat that. We can beat that. Sorry, what are we again? Token? No. Prison deck, that's right. I forgot. Are you worried about the Twitch data breach and the whole world knowing about all the millions you make? Oh man, if only I made millions. If I made millions, I wouldn't have my day job. Data breaches are always not ideal. Hopefully those that are impacted the most are safe. All right. Well, we got a Terminate here, and we have a Chandra. I kind of like the idea of playing Chandra here, getting some value out of Chandra for a turn. I doubt they're going to go after my Terminate in hand. And I don't think we're going to get blown out here by some sort of, like, make every artifact or every token or counter go on to the Ink Moth that can attack me. Not with just this. The opponent's got to be confused on what's happening. Just wait till we play a Meathook. Meathook for 1 and have Terminate. I guess Meathook for 2 and Terminate. Oh, then their head will be spinning. There's that Spire. Ooh, little Arcbound worker. Do we think Lily of the Veil will ever be good again, or is it just past its time? It's very much more of a build around than an auto include. Luris to hand. So I think that's probably your answer. If you want to desperately play Liliana, you got to do some fanciness. Uh-oh. This card gets a little awkward when you don't have Meathook. Let's go up here, see if I can find Meathook first. There's a K command. All right. Bitterblossom down. Let's go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You just gotta believe in the heart of the cards. The hardened scales. Boots up this ink moth. I'm gonna fire at this thing because that ink moth is a little harder to get rid of. And it doesn't have modular, all that good stuff. So we'll see how this goes. Can't regenerate. Not with Meathook, because it would be minus X. Yeah. All right. Land. I am going to play the land out here. I could run into a Fury, so I am going to go ahead and take the damage here. Uptick. See what we get. Bloodstain Mire. All right, we pass the turn. We use Seasoned Pyromancer. We're probably wanting Meathook the most. If we can get Meathook, I think we win this game. Terminate can't regenerate? Oh, it does say that. You're right. That's crazy. Okay, Arcbound Ravager does make Walking Ballista a thing. Kind of scary. Kind of scary. I wonder if I'm going to have to use Chandra downtick or if I just go uptick one more time and try to emblem. We have so many angles here. Bitterblossom hurting us again. Bloodstain Mire is not what I want. Uptick first. Liliana. It's a pretty good card. I don't need the 2 damage here necessarily. Let's play Liliana. I wonder if I downtick here. If I go up, then down, then down. Yeah, we're probably embleming, so we need to just win from there. I don't want to swing here. I'm going to make them sacrifice here and play my Bloodstain Mire down. This is, yeah, puts counters on here and stuff, but it's also like one less thing for them to sacrifice with Ravager. My life total matters quite a bit here. Like I said, we're planning to emblem here. I don't want a Walking Ballista. I'll bring a Pithing Needle in for Walking Ballista. Another Ravager, okay. Where's my Meathook? Where's my Meathook? Bitterblossom trigger. Oh gosh, another Bitterblossom. All right. Well, I don't think I want a second Bitterblossom, do I? That seems like a bad idea. Got 2 Arcbound Ravagers. I kind of want to go one more with the Chandra. All right, we're going to uptick. Definitely that. Because I upticked, I'm going to go up here just to see what we get, and then next turn we'll emblem. New Liliana. I'm going to play New Liliana and do a downtick. It's a removal spell. Pass turn. See what they sacrifice here. They're keeping their token around, which is good for them. I think next turn I'll swing for some damage. That puts them close to, if not below, 10. I can down tick here. Best draw, I can't say what it would be. Oh, don't be walking ballista here. Okay, hanger back's fine. Woo! Woo! I saw them tapping out. I was like, no! All right, I don't think I fetch here. Life total matters. Bitterblossom trigger. This is a sweet card. Combat. I can't attack with the Hangerback Walker here, can I? Can I? Probably not. It's down tick. Emblem. Peak here in Alar. We're sending it upstairs because I can throw the Thopters at them next turn and win. Plus the bridge. We'll go up with Liliana. We need to feign one spell one time here. And then I have a double look at spells as well. I'm feeling confident. Again, just need to avoid. Hangerback doesn't, but they can sacrifice Ravager to make lots of nasty little things. All right, that is not Walking Ballista. I'm going to thin the library by 1 here with the Bloodstained Mire. Can it be Meathook as my final spell? That'd be great. Opponent's head would explode. It is prison tokens. It really is, isn't it? This is another matchup that Blood Moon's okay in. I don't know if I'll be bringing it in. Bitterblossom trigger here. I miss. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 6. It's like not enough. Let's go up here. Damage or spell. Oh, that might do it actually. Look what we just top decked, everyone. Chandra Acolyte of Flame. Our opponent's going to fly off their seat here. Let's target a Terminate for the funsies. Yeah, I would like to cast that. It doesn't matter. Get them. I love this list. It's doing things. Oh, the next card. The next card was Doom. Okay, Braid and K Command and Pithy Needle look like maybe must-haves, potentially Blood Moon, maybe Feed, maybe Damnation here. I could destroy some non-basic lands. I don't think that's what we're supposed to be doing. All right. Bridge seems very important in this matchup. Rabble Master actually feels really bad. You definitely want a third Meathook. Every game, add Meathook. Add Meathook. Thoughtseize Inquisition seem okay. Terminate Dreadbore, fine. I know that this did what it did last time. I don't expect it to do crazy things like that again. Chandras are okay. Let's think here. Like, is Croxa any good? Probably not. Too slow. So that's like 2 cards there. Obviously keeping Meathook. Is Blood Moon really worth it? Inkmoth is a thing. I have 2 Terminates and some Lightning Bolts as removal. I can also Pithy Needle it or Braid it away. I don't know. I don't think there's an argument for Charmaw. Yeah, it's a 4/4. I don't think I want to be destroying the land. I mean, like, I guess I could treat this as a way to get rid of Inkmoth, which is kind of a cool thing. Maybe that's better than Blood Moon, because it's really only the only land I care about. Damnation's probably a must. Let's not do feeds. Here's these 4, and can I do 2 for Charma? I mean, Liliana's not the greatest. It kind of worked there, but Liliana, I mean, they're going to have potentially a lot of tokens. We want to hit Meathook, Damnation, Furies probably. The spot removal's okay. Gotta stop the Walking Ballista, hide behind Bridge. Okay. Let's try it. We have artifact removal. We have K commands and stuff like that, so. All right, well, if they're all in on the Ink Moth plan, we got that covered. They've got some serious tokens. We got that. And Thought sees away a problematic card here. Sand's all right. I dig it. A Welding Jar Bound Worker. Let's go. By the way, that's not a land that produces. Let's see what you got. Well, I had one choice, and my opponent has a Pendelhaven and a Timber Crown and a Urza's Saga. There is a clause on this card that says, can't be regenerated. This is great. We have all the anti-regeneration stuff. It's fantastic. All right, so we play an Urza's Saga here. We get out a Glimmer Wasp. My next turn looks fleeting at best here with no spell to play. But it could get better. Not this turn. Soon. Soon. Pendelhaven produce color snow. I just have to live for one more turn. I think I put this on like Walking Ballista or something, right? The Hook is looming. Hook's not going to do a whole lot here. Like, Hook is for later now. So the question is really, what do I want a Pithing Needle? Ink Moth? This can't quite be played here. It's 4. It's only -1. So I won't get rid of the Urza's Saga here. I think it's probably like Arcbound or Walking Ballista. I could also just like wait here and just K command something probably. Maybe whatever they fetch here. What could they fetch that it's going to be a problem? Let me fetch. And let's hold. Let's hold. I think we have like the cleanup here in K command into probably Damnation. And whatever they have here, like Construct Token or whatever, I can K command this away. And then they Welding Jar, and then I just finish them off. There's an Ozolith, okay. They play the Pathway, the backside of it. Polaris has got to be a pain to cast in this list. This is 5 damage, 5, 6, 7 now. That's decent enough to K command. Do you think they would save this, or would they save their creature? Kill, kill. Can't really do that. Can't do artifact twice. 2 damage artifact. See if they regen this. All right. Hardened Scales on the stack. Probably a great time to go ahead and just take whatever else is out of the hand here. Kill Ozolith and go. Do I even care about Ozolith here? Five, six, seven. It's a decent amount. It'll be one less here. Go down to 4. They regen it. Okay. All good. I got you. You're still discarding, though. What do you discard? Pithy Needle. All right. All right. Cool. 6 down to 10. Meathook's going to be a little hard to get going later, but we're going to 9 here, it looks like. Opponent's empty-handed here, and I'm just goodbye. Goodbye, cruel world. Oh, look. You know how to play your opponent's deck. Yeah. Clear the field, please. Thank you. They're going to get some extra counters here. The Ozolith is going to be really big, so another K command wouldn't be a bad thing. I could have waited maybe with the Pithy Needle, the Welding Jar, and gotten the Ozolith after all this. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Charmaw might just pick off the white so Lurrus can't be played here. Urza Saga's not on the battlefield anymore. To me. All right. Pia Nalara, pass turn. They did not put Lurrus to hand. Not sure what they have. I guess save Charmaw for something. I don't know. Springleaf Drum, unknown card. K command would be great. Just Ozolith and get rid of the last card here. Target's token, they won't put them on there. Thank you. Appreciate that, opponent. I'm just going to pass turn here. I think I want to put Pithy Needle on, like, Walking Ballista. I think that's the scariest thing right now. We can kind of kill things in response to Ozolith. So I'm feeling pretty safe. Another pathway. They don't put it on the green side here, though. We're doing a 2-2 of some sorts. It's going to be a lot of tokens on that. It's a little too many tokens, I think. Okay. Got some 1/1s to deal with here. Another Charmaw. I can't play my Charmaws. All right, Massacre for 1, so they don't have a creature here. Swing with Pia Nalar. Let my opponent just meditate on what this card is. Bat tokens. Things happen. Things happen. We gain a little bit of life. And my opponent loses a little bit of life. And get in for 1. All right. I want like a colorless land or a land for me. If they put Lurrus into hand here, I've got the Inquisition to steal it. I'm really worried about whatever creature they could have here. Urza Saga is totally fine here. Still not putting Still not putting Luris to hand, are they? Charmaw time, exactly. Come on, Charmaw. Come on down, Charmaw. Get rid of that Saga. Get that out of here. Tap land in for 2 past turn. Oh. Oh. All right, we're at 11. Again, kind of nervous if they find a creature. Oh, what is this? Ooh. Okay, I have to chump block this probably. If they grow it. Okay, they grow it. So I'm going to be chump blocking. I can play another Charmaw here. Swing. And hope they don't have a way to remove this. I have the other Charmaw in place. So let's play Charmaw here. Let's knock them off of white. Swing with Charmaw in the sky. And present our opponent lethal. That card's okay. If my opponent gets a hanger back or a Arcbound Ravager, we're in trouble. But if they get nothing here, we're swinging and we have lightning bolts and looking pretty good. We have 7 if we have to chump block here if they were to kill this. Remember, if they kill anything, gain life, or they lose life too. We got there. We're 2-0. Let's keep it going. Yep, and we can throw a Needle at them. Needle and Walking Ballista, definitely. Arcbound Ravager's starting to look better there with some of the stuff that showed up, but that big Ozolith, that was scary. The hook is working. How is it working? I have no idea. Oh, Bland. No, don't put that pressure on us. No pressure, please. What do I think of main deck Luris? I like it. In this list, no. I think main deck Luris is a great idea in a lot of building strategies. The keto hook diet. I like this interaction. I know I'm a broken record here, but Bitterblossom plus Meathook is spicy. It's spicy. All right, we'll find our next match here. 2-0. Here we go. Took down 2 Luris matches. Let's find out what our third opponent is sporting here. It's Kahira. Okay. Well, 1-landers are not very good. We're going to ditch this one. Kahira could be, what, Tron? Well, this is all right, I guess. Keep. Gonna need a pretty quick clock. Could be elementals. Yeah, Samuel, it could be elementals. In which case I kind of want the Fury more than the Croxa. Let's get rid of the Piakir and Alarm. I'm nervous doing that. We'll see what we got. I'm hoping elementals. Oh, that is definitely not Tron. All right, let's see what this Inquisition can snag here. Oh, snap. It's control. It's control. Okay. I have quite a few 1-drops. Do I have to take this Chalice? Then my opponent will have Counterspell next. Man, I wish I had my Pia Kirnalar back. I think I gotta take the Chalice because of what I have in my hand. I could also just take Counterspell and be like, I don't care anymore. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm the Blood Moon player. I know how to play with this. You don't, opponent. I've got K Command. Let's do it. I took the Counterspell because I'm going to be jamming this Fury. They're going to not have any way to deal with it. And that's what it's going to be. The Plains. And Chalice 1. Nice. Coroxago. This would be good. This would be good. What's up, live? What's up, live? Castle goes away. Okay. Just a prismatic ending and a shark typhoon. Just a few cards to deal with. Shame that I have a bridge. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Liliana here. The Croxa is definitely in my radar. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Inquisition probably here as well. I don't see it coming into value later in the game, so. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay, shark. That's fine. Inquisition gone. Opponent's gonna ditch a Supreme Verdict. Good call. Good call. Prismatic ending the Liliana. Don't quite have enough to do Croxa here. Yeah, this is prismatic ending. Okay. All right, give me a 3-drop or a land. 3-drop or a land. Like Seasoned Pyromancer would be okay here. Okay. Take my land. I'm not going to bridge here, I don't think. If I can get the Croxa going, we want it. Castle. Attack for 1. It's fine, it's fine. Little Thoughtseize action here. Take a peek. Just kidding. Pass turn. Now I can Croxa 1, 2, 3, 4 off of a fetch. Another shark. Another shark. Fury's looking pretty good. Colonnade attacks for 3. Our bridge is like our backup plan. Oh. Here we go with this awkward plan. Let's try to play bridge. Entering prison mode. Don't really want to jam out a Bitterblossom into the sharks here. Could be wrong, though. Stopping the Colonnade felt good. In for 3. Okay. Kahira to hand. Oh, Teferi. Teferi. I feel like I have to play Fury here to try to hit the Teferi rather than the Croxa. And that's just because I think I have to keep the Teferi in check here. If my opponent has a counterspell, we might be losing this. Keep Teferi in check past turn. Archmage Charm draws some cards. Blood Moon looking really good, by the way. Teferi goes up. We're losing card advantage here. Would it have been better to take that Chalice? I don't think so still. Yeah, subtlety maybe is a thing here. Rest in peace. Main deck, rest in peace. Yes. We'll pass. I can attack next turn. Let's at least get to that point and see what happens. You realize that Fury only having 3 power is pretty synergistic with Bridge? Yeah. It can get that way. It certainly can get that way. The Steam Vents. No attacks, obviously. Meathook synergizes kind of fun with some stuff, too. All right. Let's go after Teferi here. See if they boot up anything. This is fine. Double strike kills those. Man. I want to jam Bitterblossom. Let's make my opponent's head spin. Just kidding. They have a counter. Just kidding, they have a counter apparently. Forces. This is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Makes a human. Makes a human. Goes up with Teferi. More humans? Another human. I need like a Fury off the top or something. Oh. This is interesting. This is interesting. All right. Gotta go to my turn here. My opponent untaps. They don't untap the castle. Okay, never mind. Let's go combat. Let's attack with Fury and attempt right here to terminate the human token. So I get through unless they boot up Colonnade. Colonnade trades. We'll see what else they have here, though. They are tapping mana. Counter spell. Human token did its thing. We're going to play a Chandra down, just uptick her 1. My opponent's running out of cards. Like, I think we actually have a good shot in game 2 and game 3. Why they block with both? Probably forgetting the double strike. Probably just forgetting double strike was there. They really only needed to block with 1. All right. Teferi's going up. Flooded Strand. Wonder how far we need to play this game out before we know we've lost. Prismatic Endings, Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. Because I could top deck Chandra. Makes another human. Attacks for 1. See, they're like attacking under the bridge, and Teferi wasn't forced to bounce this. Obviously, I can't attack now because I decided to play Chandra down. Untap 2 things. Colonnade plus Gate. Land drop. Let's just burn this and pass turn. All right, I'm looking more for like Liliana at this point or Chandra, so we're going to F6 a few times. See if my opponent wants to use their Teferi in another manner other than upticking and drawing cards. Upticking and drawing cards. They're going to just emblem him, isn't it? Oh, little Teferi. Okay. Upticks little Teferi. Play our Prismatic Vista past turn. All right. We can probably start to talk about what's going to happen here. We're going to bring Blood Moons in. Rabble Masters. Kalitas. Pithy Needle. I don't know if Ashiok makes sense or not. Them having Rest in Peace means they probably don't have Snapcaster. One of the reasons to continue playing here is I have Meathook, and if they make enough tokens and do something weird with Teferi, we could get them. We could get them. Pass turn. They don't know about Meathook. They're not playing around Meathook. Who plays around Meathook? Gonna have to be fast, though, games 2 and 3. Not in terms of time, but rather just trying to kill our opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Bounces Fury. Bounces both of our things here. What is this? Colonnade. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. They got it. They got it. All right. So, Pithy Needle, Blood Moons, Rabble Masters, Kalitas. I don't think Meathook really matters in this matchup. Terminate's probably not the greatest. And Bridge. When Inquisition Thoughtseize, any Planeswalker is going to be tough for them to deal with. Liliana would have been fine if they didn't have the red source there. I wonder if Croxa really matters here. Croxa could get hit by the Rest in Peace again. Do I need to feed the Swarm? I don't think so. Not for Rest in Peace. We're not that dependent on the graveyard. I mean, Charma is a 5-drop 4/4. I think if you just have Crocs and they're still playing like Rest in Peace, then you're going to get them with the 3 slot here. I'm almost wondering if the K commands don't make sense. That could be Charma. Because getting something back from the graveyard is probably just not happening. I could see like that. Yeah. Very heavy in the red. K command's good to beat Chalice. If they put Chalice on 1 again, though, I just, after being on the play, maybe. Don't listen to you. You just said Charma Croxa out. You haven't given me a reason. So we just discussed about if Rest in Peace is still a thing, that's fine. I got the discard here. This is still a 5-mana 4/4. How about a 1/1 split? This would be better, and if they can't deal with this immediately. Obviously, the Charma plays around Prismatic Ending. Both of these are threats. K command is only getting Chalice. Chalice only stops these. We're on the play. Chalice, we throw 2 of these, and I only am missing 7 cards. That's okay, because Liliana can pitch them. All of these things have to be considered. I'm going to go with this. I'm not that worried about I'm not that worried about the chalice still. I'm going to keep this. Charmoss should be 3 mana. My opponent did not show us what, but like one thing, the Mystic Gate. So it's 4 mana, maybe. Maybe. All right, counterspell Shark Typhoon. Let's get rid of the counterspell. Let's get going. Let's do it. Pass turn. Guess I'm going to Season Pyromancer? I don't think I want a bolt. Land, ditch bolt, something else. Try to get to these 5-drops. If they play the Mystic Gate, yeah, it's going to be cheaper. But if they don't, it's not a cheaper spell. There's that Ragoon Triome. Go get 1 basic swamp here. Blood Moon would be good. No Blood Moon yet. All right, first Season Pyromancer here. I like Fury, but I also like the Charmaw. I don't know if I'm supposed to do just another Season Pyromancer and go really wide on them. Fury would be quick, but let's assume they're going to play the Mystic Gate. And if they fail to, I can play, well, now I can play Chandra. But I was going to plan to play Season Pyromancer. So there's an island. Land drop. Attack with the team. Throw out a Chandra. See if that resolves. Next up, Charmaw. At this point in the game, a Croxa would be totally fine too. Opponent, I think, has to counter this. It might be drawing with Shark Typhoon. They are. No force. Up for damage, pass turn. Oh, no. Blood Moon. No, that would have been good. All right, now they're aware of the Blood Moon. That's okay, though. Chandra needs to be going up anyway, and we have the threat of a 4/4. I don't care about the shark. They happen to play Mystic Gate. We can Charmaw and then do that off of Chandra mana and then Season Pyromancer, I believe. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, opponent attacks 1 at Chandra, down to 4. Mystic Gate was played. Rest in peace. All right, so the Croxa would have been bad there. We didn't know that. There we go. Charmaw. See if we can take him off the Triome here. Attack and then Season Pyromancer. It's all coming together. Now my opponent does have the option of a Supreme Verdict. I think I'd rather dig with this than wait. Kind of going all in on this. I like this pickup though. They just take the turn to attack Supreme Verdict. I have the Chandra and I have a Bolt now. And I'll block. My Charmaw does fly. Another Mystic Gate here. So we're going to see a Supreme Verdict, it looks like. All right. All good. It's not bad. Let's Thoughtseize. Let's do it. Prismatic Ending out of hand here. Let's bolt them. Let's Season Pyromancer. Dig. Woo, those are good cards. All right. You always thought Charma was a broken card that costed 1 less for each non-basic. Yeah, not non-basic. Has to be this. It worked out there. But that's what I was saying. It's going to almost always be a 5 drop. Another Charma coming. So that worked out. I think we just got to go with it again. We're obviously on the draw now. I still think I like that the Crocs is an option here. Keeps my opponent honest with the Rest in Peace, and if they stumble not having the Rest in Peace, we're good. I don't think the Feed the Swarm's worth bringing in just to try to get rid of that. And the more threats we have, the better to get through the shark. So let's just send it back. Oh, I like this. No 1-drop, but I mean, Bitterblossom's pretty good against control. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Tap lands for everyone. What do you got on 2? Play that Rest in Peace. Do it. What is this? Oh, yeah. Jocelyn 1. You got it, opponent. You got it. Bitterblossom. Does it resolve or do you have a force? Resolved. All right. Next step, play Blood Moon. Oh, we're doing something. We're doing something. Prismatic Ending the Bitterblossom, then I get the Blood Moon down. They did not have the force for the Bitterblossom. Here we go. Come on, resolve. Resolve. Oh, the force. All right. We got him, though. Rabble Masters and Chandras to come. Opponents had it all so far. Archmage Charm was ditched through the Force of Negation. 4th land. Well. Do I run out into the Supreme Verdict or whatever? Absolutely. Rabble Master, do you have a counter again? Pressure, pressure, pressure. Something Red Prison can't do, but Red Black sometimes does. All right. Tokens in. A Rabble Master is on the battlefield. And we're doing something. Just a shark. 2/2 shark. Draw a new card. Archmage Charm. Draw some cards. They opted to not counter the Rabble Master, but instead draw with Archmage Charm. This opponent is brave. I do not have to overcommit to this board. A Fury would probably be the best draw here. Charma would be fine. Oh, this is a lot of mana. If it's Supreme Verdict, I probably Rabble Master. Another Chalice. Charmal's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do. Can I do this right? I'm not gonna math it. Chandra. Yeah. Up. Charma. Let's kill. Let's kill this one over here. Kill the Colonnade. Swing. Oh, this is looking good. They can't handle the pressure. Do they have Supreme Verdict? No 1s and 2 drops for anybody. Land drop and an unknown card in my opponent's hand. They can see the match. 3-0. Oh. Oh, uptick. Blood Moon. All right. Well, this is working so far. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. We have earned our play points back. It's always a positive thing on the night. Fear not, for I am here. Get those play points. Get them play points. How's it going, Casey? Shiny monkeys. Ooh. Like holographic. Holographic. Them foils, are they full arts? Full arts, normal arts? Oh, you're gonna silver border them. Oh. Oh. Normal arts, okay. Here we go to our next match. Match number 4 here on the night. Playing whatever this pile is at this point. I guess silver bordering the full arts would be a little awkward. You'd have to determine how far and wouldn't make much sense. Homer J is our opponent. We're both 3-0. This is the team. Oh, there's that Kira again. All right. I'm going to keep... If it's the Kira list that we just played against, Inquisition's okay against them. Meathook's going to be a little weird, but we'll get that down after some Seasoned Pyromancer juiciness. Let's take a look at what we got. Oh, it's the same list, ladies and gentlemen. It's the same list. All right, let's make it happen. Apparently, this list did well somewhere. Flooded Strand for our opponent. Let's go ahead and take one more peek before we get Seasoned Pyromancer going. My opponent has a Supreme Verdict. Okay. How big is Kahira? 3-2. Mystic Gate. We're playing for something here. Here to hand. Okay. Okay. So I Seasoned Pyromancer here. Question is, what am I pitching? I don't want to pitch Meathook, but, you know, it's probably the right play. I'm going to get rid of the Meathook. I want to get rid of the land and then replay Pyromancer if we kind of fail here. Watched on YouTube for months and finally getting one live. Welcome, Short Buzz Driver. Let's get rid of the land. I'm gonna draw another one. Oh, I drew a tap land. It's not what I wanted. All right. Well, we'll see if we get verdicted. Island, making double white here. Verdicting. Moving on. All right, let's go dig with Seasoned Pyromancer here. Kind of want this bolt for this Kahira. Nice. Okay. Castle. And no follow-up. Bloodstained Mire into Blood Crypt for us. We can play a Marsh Flats down. We can attack for 3. Opponent doesn't do anything. I'm going to pass turn, planning to do the Seasoned Pyromancer from the yard. They'll get to do Castle here in Scry. We'll watch where these Scrys go. Taking game 1 here would be really good, and I think we need to leverage Season Pyromancer as much as possible. Bolt and Fury can be saved for Planeswalker problems, and if I feel I have a clear path to put Chandra down, we'll try for it. Both cards went to the bottom. A random card's coming here. Mystic Gate. I think I'm going to go ahead and overcommit here. I know the list has 2 Supreme Verdicts. I don't recall if they're both from the one's from the sideboard or not. But overcommitting here feels good. I want to just jam Chandra here. We know there's one snow-covered island. Let's try for it. Probably should shock the Blood Crypt in. Damage. Don't need a bridge. Pass turn. Opponent's at 8. Chandra resolved. I doubt they run a dam because it's needing black, but this list does have black where the other one was just blue-white with red. This one's got, does have this the one of thing going on. 2 cards to the bottom again. I don't know what my opponent's got here. Spreading Seas, a Blood Crypt. Redraw. Okay. That's fine. Snowcover Plains played. I'm not going to fire off the Lightning Bolt here. She is sweet. Damage. Thoughtseize is a great one here. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize, see what's going on. Chalice and a Kahira. Sure. We win. We win. Down to 1 and bolt. All right, so we got to win game 2. So, control, Kahira, plenty of chalices. We don't worry about the chalices. Let's do what we did before. Bridges, Meathook. Terminates were out. Kalidas, Double Blood Moon, Rabblemaster Charma. Right? Because I made room and I had a Pithy Needle. I had 2 more out. I took the K command out because we talked about not worrying about the chalice. So that was we're gonna do pretty much the same thing. Opponent is 4 colors in this list for some reason, but I think that's just to make Prismatic Ending a little more potent to the 4 drops here. Let's be fast. Let's be awesome. Charma is very unlikely to be less mana, I think, because they have such high mana requirements here. But they might have some more filter lands. I think we saw a Mystic Gate, if I'm not confusing it with a previous match. Anyway, great opportunity for Rabblemaster to get in there fast. I'd love an Inquisition Thoughtseize into a Blood Moon type of hand here. I think that'll buy us some good times. The fact that we have a Chandra Acolyte of Flame in here as well is super sweet. That gives us that difficult to deal with Planeswalker. The Bitterblossom's difficult, and the Supreme Verdict's not as worrisome with those kinds of threats available to us. So let's go. Let's make it happen. We are 3-0 Thailand, yeah. We are. We are trying to make it happen here tonight. We are up a game, which is good against control. It is hard not to keep this. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Our 3 drops are solid here. Bitterblossom is sweet. Let's make it happen. And that's great. That's a great turn 1 here. Let's just go get that basic swamp. Check out the hand. What are we playing against? Oh my gosh, they're playing Sunset. Look at how bad this card is for them. Oh, by the way, they have Infinite Basics, so our Blood Moons suck. All right, did you get a counterspell, or is Bitterblossom resolving? Ooh, this game's gotten interesting. This game is interesting now. There's another island. We have an Archmage Charm, it looks like. Bitterblossom trigger here. Fetch, basic, probably. Let's just shock it in for good measure. And Liliana into Archmage Charm. Resolves. Pass turn. I did shock. This might not be a great idea with Fairy. We'll see. Kahira to hand. Land drop. This is what, a 3/2? Bitterblossom trigger. Look at all these things my opponent has. Look at all these things my opponent has. I don't think I want to do the Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm gonna go up here, but I don't think we're Seasoned Pyromancer worst card here. Let's go. We are a race against the clock here, remember. The Meathook is in the sideboard. Triumph from our opponent. Basic land played, and we got Teferi showing up. What are you gonna do, Teferi? Goes up. Untaps 2 cards here representing counterspells. Bitterblossom trigger here. Uptick first. The land would give us Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. I'm not ready to do that. I should have played that. I got excited. Let's try to get rid of Teferi here. Counterspell they did have. They got rid of the Solitude, so they have another Teferi, it looks like. I should have played the land. That was my mistake. Got excited. Bounces Lily. Okay. Plays new Teferi. Upticks. Land, unknown card. Hall has Ward. She's not bad. Oh, they drew the counter. All right, we're gonna hit Teferi here because I think Teferi is a problem card for us. If I can clear the Teferi, then they don't bounce a random token. We can maybe get them. This needs 7, right? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, they're not there yet. Rest in peace. No more Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. That's fine. Untaps what they got. Bitterblossom doing its thing. Croxa, kind of useless. Let's go ahead and get rid of the last card. Okay, last card removed. So force a negation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So send 3 at Teferi and 1 at them. We're at 8. Opponent top decks. 5, 6. So I can block, which is what I got to do. Doesn't have trample. We take a damage. Play a Liliana. Uptick. 1, 2, 3. I have to swing with 3 in case they have a way to bounce or kill one of these. I guess if they did, then they're probably not getting in because they'd have to play it. Maybe I should have attacked with the extra token here. Maybe I'm playing a little too safe there. Now I have to leave one back because I have an extra land. It's a Thoughtseize that I don't need. Because they could get a Prismatic. So let's continue to the 3s. I can always hit them for 4 at the end. So it's 3 more. It's 3, 6, and then I hit it for 4. That's the idea. And we constantly make them discard a card here. I think Bitterblossom is going to get me there. Oh, another land. Bitterblossom token. Land drop for us. Uptick. 1, 2, 3 again. Then we can do a separate permanents and make it really awkward for them. They're at 6. This is close. I'm at 5. Maybe like 1 or 2 like misclicks there with the tokens because they would need, they're empty-handed, so they need the land. They wouldn't have a spell plus being able to attack. So 1 extra point of damage there, and probably 1 more later because I again had them pretty removed. I got there though. I got there. Bitterblossom's been like top notch. People need to go back to their fairies. All right, we got this one to go here. No one is ready for Bitterblossom. It's all spot removal, and it's at sorcery speed. And no one expects the hook. The Meathook. All right, let's get another good matchup here. Match 5. Let's do it. A couple random one-ofs. Couple random. Every card's played a role just about. Just about. We'll see. We'll see. Anything can happen. Shuffler can be goofy. Get a bad matchup that we're not aware of yet. Obviously, we haven't played the match, the list that much just yet. We'll see. We beat what the Hardened Scales, 2 control matchups, some Lurrus stuff. Kind of all over the place. The mirror. If it's the mirror, I'm gonna be like, can you concede? If I see Bitterblossom Meathook across from me, I'm gonna be like, I'm 4-0. Let it happen. I don't do predictions, Thailand. Our mods will if they want to. Tron incoming. Tron would be an interesting matchup. Blood Moons and Obsidian Charmaw should help us there. Thoughtseize and Inquisition could slow them down as well. Would it be great? Probably not. But I think we have enough tools to potentially battle that one. 4-1 to hide the list. Get that 5-0. We'll try. We'll try. Like I said, we'll hope that the matchup's good. The beauty of playing a brew, you don't know what's a good matchup and what's not. You're sitting here like, well, we can remove creatures. We attack. Make Meathook spike even more. Everyone get your Meathooks. Everyone is the only one who voted correctly, and everyone's like, nah, Fluffy will win. Casey, this is why we don't do predictions. We don't need that bad juju. No bad juju, please. Long queue here for match number 5. MTGO is not really sure what to do about us. All right, let's go. Power 9s is our opponent here. 2-0, we're 4-0. We're going to keep. Hand is decent. Got a 1-drop, or 1-ofs. Got an Inquisition to check what's going on. All right, it's a Crashing Footfalls list. This should be interesting. This should be interesting. I need all my colors here. I don't know how this one's going to work out for us. All right, so we have Fire and Ice. We have Wooded Foothills, Fury, and Forest. All right, our own Fury's not bad here. My opponent's going to ice us. We're probably going to be playing Seasoned Pyromancer as long as I draw a land. Crashing Footfalls is at 2. Scalding Tarn was not one of the cards for them. I'm going to fetch because I do need double red here. If I get another fetch land, then I can fetch basic. If it happens to be Marsh Flats, I can get a basic swamp land. Don't make me play this Bitterblossom yet. I guess I could Croxa next. Shoot. Well, they're going to ice me again. All right, we're passing. We are passing. Stomping Ground. Crashing Footfalls down to 1. Forest. I'll take another Fury, but I prefer land. All right. We'll do Croxa here, pass turn. I gotta keep the fetches against them. They would just have hit the other card. You're meaning from the very beginning, I guess. All right, I need them to not have a land here, because then they just play a Fury. Dang it. Now I have to evoke the Fury, probably kill the Fury here. Land? Okay. Bolt is not the worst here. So I can bolt the Fury, which we'll go ahead and do. And then I can kill one Rhino here. I'm going to get rid of probably Rabblemaster. Actually, I could get rid of K-Command. Should I do that? No, K-Command can re-pick up the Fury. Let's get rid of... Actually, let's get rid of Chandra. 4 damage here. Kills a Rhino. Okay, we're not in a bad spot here. K-Command can pick up Fury. Fury can be redone here. I could also Seasoned Pyromancer to get rid of 2 Bitterblossoms because I don't think we want to be doing that here. Land drop 2 unknowns for my opponent. Another Fury. Okay. I go to 2. Do I have an out? I'm on turn 6 and haven't seen a second or third land. I don't think I have an out here. Where are the lands? I don't have an out. If I were to draw a land, K-Command has to be a basic or a fetch. K-Command, pick up Fury, deal 2 to Rhino. Then I can kill them. All right, we'll play. My out is a land, not shock land. K-Command dealing 2 to Rhino, picking up Fury. No, that's not 4 damage. Never mind. It's not enough. Why am I thinking it's 3? This isn't going very well. I think we're very much in this game if I were to hit a land here. It's down to 2. Suspends another Crashing Footfalls here, and there's our land. So instead, I play Seasoned Pyromancer here, hoping to draw double Fury. Seasoned Pyromancer to draw 1 Fury. If I draw 1 Fury here, I can get rid of, like, here and then block a ton on the other side. Let's play it. Let's play to our out. Come on, Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm going to ditch double Bitterblossom. Maybe my opponent will ask us a question. Fury. There's our lands. Well, let's see if they attack. Maybe they don't attack with both. What is this? Oh, I didn't even see they had a Seasoned Pyromancer down there. All right, so we got to beat Crashing Footfalls, which is a list I haven't played against for like a month. How are we going to beat this? How are we going to beat this? So Blood Moons are decent. Kalitas is probably okay, and Damnations probably needs to be considered. Charmaw, Rabble Masters are probably okay. K-Commands, probably not. Well, the deck is good, but I honestly haven't seen it for forever. All right, Chandra Acolyte's probably no good here. Liliana's all right. Dreadbore Terminate's okay. We want ways to kill the rhinos. Meathook, Massacre, and Bitterblossom may not be where we want to be. If we get Bitterblossom down and Meathook, my opponent shows up with 2 4/4s that trample over our little tokens. Yeah, that's fine that they sideboarded Blood Moon. We have to bring in what we have. I almost don't think this Lightning Bolt is worth it. I have 8 things I want to bring in. I need to be lower to the ground. Charmaws are probably way too late as a 5-drop. Let's drop those. That brings me down to 6 that I want, which means I need to cut 3. I could cut all 3 Bitterblossoms, still have the token stuff, and do Meathook. Meathook could also work with, like, Lightning Bolt. If I did it like this, how's this look? Then the Damnation's not so bad, and if I have a bunch of blockers, through maybe blocking with Rabble Master, then a bunch of tokens, Meathook gains us the life we might need for this game. Discard, 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 discard's okay. Feed the Swarm's not a bad idea. Kill for 0. Even killing a Fury for 5 is better than taking the 6. Maybe one of Lightning Bolt out for Feed the Swarm. I want the Lightning Bolts as reach, though. But this is probably okay. Okay is the word, though. I want the reach. On the draw, when we get there, we'll bring in a feed. All right. Bridge is all right. Thoughtseize takes something interesting here. All right. Let's see what we got here. I got this. I'm going to try. Let's see if they have a force. They do not. They do. They literally have 3 answers to bridge here. They have 3 answers to bridge and the violent outburst. I want to throw the computer off the cliff here. I want to just, what do I take? Do I just take the Violent Outburst and be like, all right, let's make this game go long? They have the one of Random Island, too. Plus the Brazen, so the Blood Moon's not good. I did take one thing out. Man. All right, I'm going to take the Prismari command. I don't mind having this Chandra here. I also don't mind the bridge, and the Dreadbore is going to kill one of the tokens. That's the hope here. All right, Scalding Tarn doing its thing. Marsh Flat's not bad. Let's just fetch it right now so I can hit the F6 button. Planning to Chandra. Kind of see what my opponent does. 0 Thoughtseize plus Dreadbores in our future. They might bounce it with Brazen Borrower. All right, let's get things going here. Chandra. Do they want to force this? I'd love to see them force this. No dice in the force. Surgical Extraction works sometimes, but it's not really built for this list, I don't think. At this point, like, for example, we wouldn't have anything to really hit. Ooh. Gonna just bounce Chandra, that's fine. In for some damage, pass turn. Okay. Island play. The Brazen Borrower is out of hand. We have the Force. A Rabble Master. I think I have to play a Rabble Master here just to threaten pressure back at my opponent. They're going to Violent Outburst and they're going to kill one of the tokens, and then I'm going to get attacked for 8 and go to 6. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Shoot. This is not, this is not, this is not, nor is this. All right. So my hope is to draw one more land, Dreadbore, and have Bridge right after. Okay, Dead Gone kills our Rabble Master. So I really need a land here so I can Bridge and Dreadbore. Land, shocks in. Land for me, please. I do hit my land. So we're going to go for it here. Gonna Dreadbore. Hope they force this because it looks like they can win. And then I'm just going to play Bridge. They'll counter this. We're forcing the Bridge here because if I don't play the Bridge, they just toss a Brazen Borrow in and kill me. They force. They have the card that they need. Shardless Agent, and put Brazen Borrow into play. Well, that's how it crumbles here. Footfalls gets us no Meathook. Piles are getting published just yet. 4-1 overall with the list. Not a bad showing, though. And really only getting taken down by a list that I think we could tune a little bit if I end up ever running into it again. I'll take it. 4-1. Rakdos. Token Prison? Massacre Prison? Has lots of potential, I would agree. I would agree. And that matchup probably just comes down to having a few different sideboard options instead of our kind of smattering of things. So let's talk about what worked really well and what was hit or miss in this list before we wrap it up for YouTube folks. Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Lightning Bolt, totally fine. I think there was maybe one time during Control that I would consider a Unholy Heat. Otherwise, actually, Bloodchief's Thirst would have been better in the last matchup. Bitterblossom was the absolute rock star, except the last matchup, obviously. Bitterblossom plus the Meathook seems to be a really good potential thing here. Bitterblossom obviously creates blockers and gets you time, and the Meathook, if you get a few of these Bitterblossom tokens, kind of speeds up the clock a lot faster. Didn't see Croxa do too much. I wouldn't necessarily take this out just yet, but just watch it. Terminates and Dreadbores, totally fine, seemed to do well, did what we need. Liliana did fine, got us kind of ahead when we needed it to, and also was an Edict effect for creatures. Totally good card here. Seasoned Pyromancer fits the deck perfectly with Meathook and just doing the Bitterblossom type of things. Keep. All right, you could probably take this one out. You can probably take the Chandra Acolyte of Flame out. I do like the idea of it in play with a Meathook Massacre. I would just play Rabblemaster or another 2-drop here. Maybe your extra Bitterblossom, maybe a Meathook. But Chandra, she's cute, got it, does the things every now and then. Was gonna get us to an extra like Thoughtseize there against a Rhino deck, but that's asking a little too much, probably. She did end up getting us a win with the Chandra and the Emblem cast, and then cast something out of the graveyard. So she does things. Probably just better to create something with a token, considering what we're trying to do. EE's main, maybe. Bridge was pretty good, did what we needed to. We can with our 1/1s kind of lock up the game behind a bridge. I like the 2 of, I don't think you need 3. K-Command's super versatile, picking up Furies, picking up Seasoned Pyromancers, even picking up Rabblmasters to replay, destroying Luris and many little creatures. The 2 felt great. The 3rd in the sideboard feels great as well. Let's see. Chandra's Chandra. Chandra did well. Chandra. Pia Kirnalar fits it. If you don't like Pia Kirnalar, you can run your 4th Chandra. I like this because it's fitting our theme of tokens, Meathook, and Bitterblossom. Fury's good enough. Because we're splashing black, I like the 3 of. We did cut one. I think that's smart. Meathook did what it needs to do as well. Sideboard is where this is going to probably get better. I think the Blood Moon is definitely worth it. I like the Charma, so I would keep these 2 things. So let's move those to the top really quick. Love those 2. I would keep those. I like the Kalidas to move into a more mid-range style. And if you need that life gain, definitely keep. Pithy Needle was fine. Loved Rabblemaster for some of the aggression that we needed. Damnation was pretty good. And then again, K-Command probably on the edge here of being decent. Keep an eye on it. Feed the Swarm, Abrades, Ashiok. These cards down here, these 5, this is probably where we get to flex into something when we learn about the list. And what I mean by that is, what is the list's weakness? Is it lots of little creatures? Is it control? Is it combo? Is it something else? If it's combo, you're going to go discard. If it's like little creatures, maybe we need a little more life gain or a little more removal. Mid-range, more things like terminates or maybe something else. If we're doing good against all those, graveyards are dangerous. Keep an eye on those. That's what Ashiok's here for. And then feed the Swarm for those enchantments, as red and black struggle with those. Not too many enchantments floating around in the meta. Blood Moon does see its fair share from time to time, and occasionally you run into Enchantress. But if that's not something you see locally, don't bother with the feed the Swarm. Pithy Needle is strictly to bring in for against activated abilities. I would not advise leaving home with this kind of list without it. The Pithy Needle was great for the Hangerback and the Arcbound Ravager and the Walking Ballista. Honestly, I don't really see what you mean by the Pithy Needle doesn't fit the game plan here. It's a sideboard silver bullet against planeswalkers that mess with us. Do you store your deck list somewhere? Yes, I'll get to that in a sec. Did you put the Black White Lurrus Meathook list through a league? I did as well. That'll be up probably on Friday. Bitterblossom Meathook into a red-black shell. I could get used to this. Pretty sweet little list. Does things. It's making me think. It's making me think.